Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN. Today, we are here to officially announce all the groups and give you up-to-date stats as we started pulling these last night on the live stream on the 5th of September, and then I finished some of the later groups just a little while ago. So again, everything here is up-to-date and recent, and I thought it was really important to make sure that we did a fresh kind of manual pull, as I did, because of the fact that we were getting close to the groups being announced. So, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw us out, because that's a lot. Thanks. All right, so let's do a quick overview of the groups we're talking about here. So, again, keep in mind, this is the G2 Kingdom pool for KvK. They have 321 total kingdoms in the G2 pool, which is the main KvK pool, right? There's G1 and 3 as well. And then you had 210 kingdoms that registered for Rise of the Dragon. That's what we're going to be focusing on here, usually the one that gets the most amount of registrations. And then you had 39 kingdoms that registered for COC, so that's 249 out of 321. Season does begin on the 12th, so we got a couple days here of Brink of War. And then, of course, the main one in which we will do another pool for, because I do think it's very important, is going to be the second stage of Brink of War, which is the troop training event. And usually we will see people power up. And so numbers can definitely change ahead of Zone 2 wars and pass openings, we should say. Okay, let's go ahead and get in as we show you off the groups. Now, again, there are, I get to give a couple disclaimers here. Number one is that I am only pulling groups for, or showing stats for groups that have at most 6 kingdoms in them. And it may not necessarily be all of them. And that's just because once you start getting to groups that have more than 6 kingdoms in them, you're starting to kind of get into more, there's a lot more normal status kingdoms or like low actives. So, or you'll get more of a mix. And so I just wanted to state that, right? We're focusing mainly on groups that have 6 kingdoms in them or less, or exactly 6 in this case. Again, as I stated, right, we pulled the majority of the stats yesterday, last night on stream. Again, that would have been on the 5th of September. We're going to show off kingdom merits. M over P is basically you're just dividing merits into power, and you're just kind of looking at what the PvP activity or engagement looks like. The 10, M, 15, 20, 25, these are personal merits. So again, 10 million, how many people had 10 million or more, 15, 20, 25 million or more. And then for this is a million power. So P is power. So we have 80 million, 100 million, 150, 200, 250, and 300, right? So how many people have at least that power at the time of the pool and more? And then we show you some totals for 100 million plus and then 200 million plus, okay? All right, so here we go. Now these 3 groups for 61 through 63, again, I believe are more of the normal status kingdoms. I have to go through. I will do it. It's getting a little late for me, so I wanted to at least put something out for you guys because we're already starting to kind of get around the 50 billion threshold. If it's something you guys really want to see, let me know. But again, for that, it'll probably be more of if I have the time to fill that in. Okay. First group we have here is going to be 6060. This is NVD, Wind, NM, OPB, CFRA, their respective kingdoms. Their group totals 49.5 billion power. They come in at 4.7 billion for merits. They have 123 100 mil pluses, no 200 mil pluses here in the group. Average PvP activity we're looking is 10%. Peaks here, or again, most strongest kingdom, right? CFRA, highest PvP activity percentage, NM at 428. And then kingdom with the most amount of 100 million pluses is going to be OPB here from 172 at 37. Next group we have here is going to be PX, DGen, CFNB, BXS, Unit. I was going to say Unite. ASC. They come in at about 48.5 billion power, 6.19 billion for kingdom merits, 12.63% for average PvP activity. Again, strongest kingdom, 227 100 mil pluses, 200 mil plus players here in the group. Strongest kingdom, again, just kind of based on flat power, would be Unit. Kingdom that has the best PvP activity percentage would be ASC. They're at 19.22%. I mean, that's probably one of the highest that we're probably going to see throughout the video. Then we have kingdoms with the most amount of 100 mil plus players. That's going to be DGen at 85. And then it's a tie between BXS and Unit for the 200 mils. Next group, 6058. This is HTF, VP22, NXC, AFK, DAU, and ZPG. They come in at 62.7 billion power, 5.3, 5.4 billion merits, 8.72% for average activity. We have 128 total 100 mil plus players here. And then as we get into the strongest kingdoms, we have, again, VP22 NXSC, very close here. Again, peak activity percentage or highest there is going to be AFK at 11.16%. Kingdom that has the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to be VP22 at 41. Let's get into 657. We have KOV, LOC, AG, DTF, NF57, and laws. For this one, 53.4 billion power, 4.8 billion merits, 9.69% for average PvP. We got 178 100 mil pluses and one 200 mil plus. Strongest kingdom here is going to be AG at 12.96 billion. We got DTF that has the highest PvP activity percentage at 15.84. I mean, that's pretty good. Then you got kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses. That's going to be DTF, also the most amount of 200 mil pluses. Let's get to 6056. We're trying to speed through this if you are already getting our drift. D&D, OR, BOM, WTF, SVR, and KIN. We have 60.28 billion power, 6 billion merits, 10.15% average activity. And then we have 227 100 mil pluses, 7 200 mil plus players. Strongest kingdom in the group is going to be OR from 342 at 12.4 billion. Kingdom that has the most amount of PvP activity is going to be D&D 194 at 13.68. Kingdom with most amount of 100 mil pluses is D&D, and again, also the most amount of 200 mil pluses. As we get to 6055, here we got S2AKI, which is the shortest person's alliance. 262 RP, VKG, DK, 62.5 billion power, 7.2 billion merits, 11.56% activity there for the group. 252 100 mil pluses, 200 mil plus players. Strongest kingdom in the group, just based on power, is going to be 262. Kingdom with the most amount of PvP activity percentage is going to be I, here at 14.13% from 167. Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is also going to be I from 167. And then they tie S2AK with 200 mil apiece. 6054, 05DK, SG97, Law, Bear, Fate, and GRZ. 70.26 billion power, 6.88 billion merits, 9.98% activity for the group. 142 100 mil pluses and 1 200 mil plus. Strongest kingdom here is going to be 05DK at 13.86 from 305. Kingdom with the most amount of PvP activity is going to be GRZ 387 at 12.49%. Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses, Fate, and Kingdom with the most amount of 200 mil pluses is going to be GRZ with 1. Then we get to 6053. This is Beck, AVIC, RNW, Sura, -FU, and SNIX. They have 67.3 billion power for the group, 7 billion merits, 10.56% activity, and we have 295 players at 100 mil plus, 3 at 200 mil plus. Strongest kingdom here, based on power, again, AVIC, 12.33 billion from 226. Kingdom with the most amount of PvP activity percentage actually is going to be edging out Sura just a little bit. Like RNW super close, SNIX super close, but they'll take the cake there. Most 100 mil plus players is going to go to AVIC at 69, and then it's a three-way tie between AVIC, RNW, and SNIX for 200 mil plus. Then we get to 6052. This is SA. You see the power is getting up here a little bit as we go. SHPZ, FSK, 1UP, 14BS, FA, and HD. We got 85 billion power, 9.8 billion merits, 11.6 activity for the group, 315 100 mil pluses, 8 200 mil pluses. Strongest kingdom here in the group is going to be FSK at 17.1. Excuse me. Apologies. HD at 17.3. Hopefully HD isn't upset with me there. I caught it quick. 0.billion. Then we have strongest PvP or most PvP engagement percentage is going to be 1UP at 14.59%. Most amount of 100 mil pluses, that's going to end up going to 80 at FA with 70. And then we have FSK taking 6 at 200 mil plus there for the top placing in that category. Then we get 6051. We have Seal, RK3, BB, GNR, LXV, and X. 86.7 billion power here that we have. 10 billion merits, 11.72% for activity for the group. 409 100 mil pluses, 5 200 mil pluses. Strongest kingdom here is going to go to BB at 45 at 17.48 billion. Then we have most PvP or best PvP activity is going to go to X at 145 at 15.55%. Most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to go to X, and most amount of 200 is going to go to X as well. 6050. So we're going to start getting into some of the big boys and girls now. Lion, GEX, TCWER, IRDAD. Thanks, Dad. 91.5 billion power, we have 11.3 billion merits, 12.44% PvP activity. And notice how the PvP activity percentage, as we get to some of the stronger groups, is increasing even if only steadily, right? And that's usually because, again, you would imagine some of the stronger kingdoms are probably either having higher demands, again, higher minimums, higher expectations as well for people to be active, but just wanted to point that out because I always find it interesting when you see it kind of trending in a certain direction. 361 100 mil plus players, 6 200 mil plus. Strongest kingdom in the group is going to go to Dad here at 16.6 billion. We have kingdom with the most amount of PvP activity percentage is going to go to WER at 14.53%, very respectable. Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to be TC. Kingdom with the most amount of 200 mil plus is going to be 410 at WER. 6049. This is the TFS group. We have TFS, NXW, WGL, OO, or Squiggly Eyes, ED, and BNR. 96.37 billion power for this group. 15 billion merits. 15.98% PvP activity. That is really good. Really good. We got 571 100 mil pluses, and then 10 200 mil plus players. Okay. Strongest kingdom in the group is going to go here to BNR, 156, 16.68 billion. Best PvP activity percentage is actually going to end up going to who? TFS, 17.73%. That's nasty. It's natty. 571, most amount of 100 mil plus is going to go to TFS at 150. Squiggly Eyes is going to take the cake there. They're on 200 mil, having 4. Let's get to 6048. We have OMG, 33, GGIWV, K211, FG. This is 108 billion power, 16 billion merits, 14.91% PvP activity. Again, really good. 589 100 mil pluses, 25 200 mil pluses. Strongest kingdom in the group based on power is going to be FG at 62. They have 20.46 billion. Kingdom with the best PvP activity percentage, however, is going to end up just edging out 233 or Slanted Eyes at 16.27%, just edging out by 0.02% for K211. Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to go to OMG in 5 at 167. Also, the most amount of 200 mil pluses. That's going to go to them as well. Then we get to 6047. This is FWY, right? So 515. Definitely going to keep an eye on them because, again, they're one of the newer, younger kingdoms that, again, has shot up in power. Apex, we have 21 SW, 30 NA, NWE, and RAC. 120.5 billion power. Again, breaking that 120 billion barrier now. Okay, 19 billion merits, 15.82% PvP activity. Again, natty. Then we get to 733 for the amount of 100 mil pluses, 56 200 mil pluses. Kingdom with the strongest or most power coming into the group is actually going to be 515. The young guns here, 24.6 billion. Kingdom with the most amount of PvP activity percentage, shockingly as well, is them at 17.77%. Really good. Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to go to 30 NA at 182. Also, 200 mil pluses, they will take the cake there. Last two groups. Number 2, we have RFF, BTX, MFD, A2G, ROG, and WAO. Coming in at 132 billion power, basically almost 21 billion merits, 15.88% PvP activity, really good. And now we're breaking some 1,000 marks here. 1,011 100 mil plus players, 65 200 mil pluses. Kingdom that comes in with the most power is BTX at 99, 23.4 billion. Kingdom with the best PvP activity percentage, just posting a staggered 19.7 redonkulous from WAO. That's sick. Then we have Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to be BTX at 242. Also the most amount of 200 mil pluses as well. Then let's get to the number 1 group. The one that I'm sure everyone is going to be ecstatic and excited to watch is going to be WBA, EIS, Rage, Echo, NTS, and 25IL. They post a massive about 160 billion power for a KvK group, 25 billion merits, 15.78% activity, which is sick. Again, 1,455 100 pluses, and then we have 198 200 mil pluses. I mean, this is a banger of a group. Kingdom with the most power coming in is going to be Echo. They post 29, a little over 29 billion power. Kingdom with the best PvP activity percentage is actually going to go to EIS right now at 17.27%. We look at the Kingdom with the most amount of 100 mil pluses is going to be Echo at 314. And Kingdom with the most amount of 200 mil pluses is going to go to EIS at 52. That was a mouthful. I'm shocked that we kept that to under 15 minutes. Let me know if you guys like this style that we've done with how we're introducing, kind of highlighting a few of the pieces here so we can kind of get through them a little quicker. My goal was to not have this take an exuberantly long amount of time. So let me know what you guys think about all the groups. Which ones are you most excited to? Which ones are you not excited? Is there someone you wish would have been paired with another group versus someone who actually got into the group? Let me know anything and everything in the comments down below. That is going to be it for me. Oh, also, I have to state this if you're still here at the end. Again, I will be porting over the groups tab from my master sheet over to the public sheet. I know I usually say this at the very beginning. My apologies there because I totally forgot. But if you want to get access to the public version of the spreadsheet, join the Discord. Link to that in the pinned comment description down below. Once you do join, head over to reaction roles. Once you join the Discord, you're going to select CallofDragons, which is the one that has the most amount of reactions. After you click this, it will then give you a role. You will go to CallofDragons. If it doesn't pop up, click this. You'll go to COD Data Stats, and it's going to be right here for you to click. You can bookmark it, save it, favorite it, whatever you do, boo-boo. I'm going to be updating that throughout the entire KvK. That's it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.